Hello, it's BrickBot, and I'm almost done reviewing all 12 of the metal Cardbots. Hopefully in time before any new metal Cardbots come out. But still saving money, and I was still waiting for a sale, and they did go on a sale, like a hard Korean one amount of sale, like nearly a third of it off. Yeah, so this was, what was a 30 thing, is now just 20, so not the most optimal sale, but that's a still pretty good sale. And I also bought the metal brace while I was at it, because this was on sale for 15, maybe not the most optimal price, but hey, might as well. So just a very nice big watch thing with a storage box for maybe up to 6 metal cards. Yeah, but yeah, the main subject here, Wid Guardy, the Purple Knight, the Purple Sports Card Knight. The background is like a knightly city with some fireworks or sparks. That looks like a bridge there. The wild cleaver and slash. And the caliber. The sword is the caliber. And the wild shield is the card weapon. A pretty nice pose there. Yeah, it does look like a knightly bridge. Yeah, different pose. Just holding one card like that. June of 23. Nearly a whole year already. Oh yeah, and unlike the others, the card weapon is stored separately from the card. Yeah, that's a flat layer. I guess that's a little too thick. Okay, I wouldn't expect a name like Wid Guardy for a knight character. Like, especially wild, you would think of more like jungle or tribal thing. And the Guardy is just kind of a cutesy way of just guard, so... That's a bit unconventional, but unique at least, and... Especially the helmet, I guess that is somewhat knightly inspired, but it feels like more of a Greco-Roman crest and little wings like, you know, Mercury or Hermes. This I guess more of a fantasy helmet, more like I haven't found any good designer notes on exactly where this head inspiration came from. So this was low priority because Wid Guardy didn't feel like he was gonna do much new. He feels just like a engineering clone of the main lead Blue Cop. The superior Chinese version with the painted decals on his legs. Complete with the oversized box, the very oversized jump go box that has to show both of the cards. That's pretty oversized for the same picture. Yep, these painted decals that are not on the Korean toy, but are on the Chinese one. That's the one thing that makes it better. But there are no shared parts. This just looks and transforms very similar. I guess maybe this is simpler in the legs, but a bit more stable since these sides of the car, like, they form nice heel supports instead of the extra ones that Blue Cop has to flip out on, and I think he just manages to kibble easier. He just manages to kibble easier. He just manages to back kibble easier. Maybe because he just has less, I mean, well, these, I didn't really mind these, but I guess these are the longer doors. I think these are just a little too long, which kind of gets in the way, and then... Actually, the hood, yeah, the hood just folds all the way back instead of just hanging off on the back like this. Yeah, so just slight difference in shaping of the car and the windscreen. I guess also the windscreen and just... Actually, the position of the windscreen, the hood. The position of the hood hinge is where this cleans up a bit better than Blue Cop. Otherwise, like, similar silver shoulder stacks, though, headlight shoulder stacks. And no skirt flaps. What can I say? They're very similar. Same heads. Yeah, just costume swap. I guess it's kind of fitting that they're similar cars because they're also rivals. Wid Guardy bested Blue Cop and also gave me some, I guess, some self-esteem issues for a while. I guess the dark purple was a pretty striking color with the gold. Because silver and gold is like two very similar metallic colors, like the swirly silver. That's a swirly silver plastic. But because the gold is just complemented with the purple is not directly next to the silver most of the time. But so I guess that's a good color layout. Just the purple where it needs to be in a good highlight spots. I guess this is one of the few that doesn't deviate too much from the animation design. Just some of the details are just, I guess, bulging out a bit more. Just to give them more definition. And of course, the pupil eyes. No pupil eyes here on this tiny face. His main standard weapon is the caliber. Oh, that's a pretty dinky dirk. That's a pretty small sword. I mean, especially compared to the model here. Just really should be longer, bigger and longer. Like a big purple blade. It would be nice if you could slip a purple blade on here to make it longer. But then it wouldn't fit in his leg storage. I guess that's why it's that small. Just so that it's all in there. So that's a tiny little offense, but for the defense, his main signature metal card. Yeah, the shield, just you fold these sides over on the tip and then splay these out a bit. Little handle here. That is a square handle, so gotta make sure you fit in the right square hole. I guess you could plug it onto the side. So that's the wild shield. Also, yeah, just either you can hinge it in front or just try to re-plug that in from the front. Which, I think there's a little stopper that exactly kind of prevents from doing that, so. Yeah, but I guess the neatest thing that Wid Guardy can do that his weapon and the sword can combine to form the Wild Caliber. Let's set these out. So yeah, there are two sets of hinges here, like these small ones and these extra ones here to form the sword blade. Yeah, so I think that's the only metal card that actually has a 2-in-1 function. A shield and then the extra sword addition to the tiny sword. I think these kind of get in the way, so I prefer to fold them up for sword slashing mode. Yeah, so at least that's unique. Little novel, but that's unique. Articulation, a full ball socket head, up and down. Pretty similar shoulders that Blue Cop, that's the pivot and torso shoulder, and not much outward, even though this is double hinge, but that's only for transformation. Hinged all around. Elbow band, and a little bit of a wrist inward and outward. I guess that's just for the shield and moving the arms out for transformation, and then ratchet forward, kind of block that much, then back that much, splits. Soft knee here, I think that actually moves easier than Blue Cop's, which the transformational knee would tend to buckle first. Yeah, so that's easy to move. Then toe down. Yeah, so these knees feel much easier to move than Blue Cop's, which, especially on this Chinese version, the upper knees are very hard to move, just probably lots of force. Set up transformation. Yeah, just align those shoulders. Just collapse them in. I guess that's why that wrist collapsed in like this. Yeah, so should be pretty familiar, pretty similar to the Blue Cop. Yeah, just make sure to plug that all in correctly. Nice ratchety clicks that you click that in, and easy step to overlook is flip over the hood to fill in these back gap fillers. So I like this on both of the designs. It's easy to overlook, but at least you have this, so it's not just a simple fold over with a gap. Or a little bit of a color gap there. Gull wing style. Sorry, can't tell you what sports car this Wid Guardy car mode vaguely resembles, like what sort of real car equivalent would have the signature stylings of these very square and rectangular headlights and a very narrow grille that perfectly aligns with the rest of it. Little lights here. Nice clear red plastic tail lights. And the exhaust also in the clear red. Nice spinny wheels and all sorts of silver swirly plastic. It's hard to get consistent, so maybe it look a little crackly. Maybe a metallic sheen would look a bit better than like painted here than just plain silver plastic all over on this scale. Nice little gold breakup, and the purple paint and the purple plastic, they do color match pretty well. Like this here and this here, it's purple paint, as it was here. And a clear orange overlay of the headlights and the visor. That looks like a visor. It's pretty vibrant. And of course, not the accurate eyes, nor the visor for that matter. Yeah, so I guess you could have to pop that out and just swap out the eyes for something else more show accurate if you want to customize this. Also, unpainted rims, really. Yeah, but with these proportional stylings, Wid Guardy looks like he came straight out of a Cars movie, or with the Cars universe, the Pixar Cars universe. You just need the mouth. More so than Blue Cop. Yeah, I guess somehow maybe because the eyes are very big and slanted back, you don't exactly get the Pixar Cars connections, but more so with Wid Guardy and the Lightning McQueen body style. Don't know what else much there is to say. This is a pretty good car. I guess it's a nice compliment to Blue Cop, because even though they're two very similar cars down to the transformation, I think they do have different things, and I guess two cars is better than one in a 12-slot roster. But on the other hand, I guess maybe silver. Silver is not the most vibrant color, although the purple does make it a bit more vibrant. It does have that splash of color, unlike orange. So, I don't know, maybe because the color alone might make this a shelf warmer compared to the others, but... And yeah, the posability is not that great. It's kind of basic, basic posability. But the transformation is pretty simple, but... And so this is a low priority thing, so it's... Somehow, if you like the purple, if you like the knightliness, maybe if you like the head, it's pretty good. But for the Voyager, might be a bit hesitant at the full Voyager size price point, but on sale, it was okay. I guess the optimally would just be for like 10, like the Phoenix Fire, but it wasn't going for sale that much, so. And I better catch up on the last two metal Cardbots, in time for Season 2. And I keep forgetting, there's also the one final, the 13th metal Cardbot that is like the ultimate Blue Cop. The archetype of, the super mode. All your powers combined mode, so that's also going to be on my list. Yeah, hopefully you're going to get them out in mid-July.